Here we go, here we go, here we go. Black 80! I'm coming for you, man!
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Let's go, defense.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Punching it in from a yard away. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Roberto Aguayo now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. And after the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
He's always been an incredible decision maker on the field. Takes care of the ball really well, puts his team in the right positions, makes sure the play calls are accurate. Also was a minor league baseball player. Didn't hit very well there. I think he made a great career choice picking football.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you'd gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
This is Carson, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Got him in. It's Brown. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
13. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Hey, check. Mike 50.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And a quick look now at the offense for the 49ers.
An excellent year, obviously, because they got the open week, had the bye. But the one thing you always worry about, the rust factor. And I had a coach say to me one time, when you have that open week, you often think about scrimmaging so you're ready to go the next week, but you know you can't. So you cross your fingers and hope your guys are ready to roll.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage is coming through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Garoppolo now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Whip. Watch the whip.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I don't think you got it.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check, check. Lucky.
Here's Carson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I know he ain't got it. He's checking.
They run it with Carson.
Go.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. He'll find Metcalf. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So that throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC, and he's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
Check 56. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Tight yard.
On the delay, here's Carson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Going for Metcalf on the... Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On first down, Carson. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Nick Bosa with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Alert! Alert! Watch the ship! Watch the ship!
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Now it's Carson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Meyer's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series, so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. It's caught by Davis. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Here we go. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Shoot.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. He finds his man Johnson. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Big ass.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And his first carry, he loses the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Right, here we go. 180! 54 Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
From the 29, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helped.
And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis there to make the grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. The point after now for Aguayo. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Here's Wilson. Short throw to Disley. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He's got the hook up with Conley.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Wilson will throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it. That's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This will be caught by Brown. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Here we go. Ready? Go. Well, fellas, here we go. Kill. Say hot.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A nice pickup on first down, 7 yards.
Check 154. 154.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw is Garoppolo. Underneath for Johnson. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. They'll try to run with Hunt, and Hunt is not going to get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Short throw to Disley. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Play action. Garoppolo. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
It looked like he tried it all there. Tried to use some physicality, right? Tried to use some footwork, some head fakes, but he was covered the entire way. Dogged in every step. That forced the incompletion. No separation at the end of the route.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Garoppolo now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They run right side with Hunt. In on the stop, Bradley McDougald.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Garoppolo finding his tight end, Kittle. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On play action, now Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to Davis. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down.
What? 56. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now Wilson on first down. Short throw to Disley. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Watch the edge.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Wilson, caught here by Conley. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. They'll run the screen with Carson. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing again here, Wilson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Here's Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Kicker, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when attack like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision be unanimous. Big jobs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is a special edition of the...
It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And the offensive starters for Dallas.
And what a tough environment to roll into. On the road, playing one of the better teams in the league, obviously, because this is the playoffs. So what do teams talk about? Bringing their own momentum, bringing their own energy on the road, because you know you won't get any from the home crowd.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they're led out by a guy who learned from one of the great ones in his first few years in Tom Brady. This is Jimmy Garoppolo.
When you're back up to one of the all-time great players, if you don't spend time picking that guy's brain or just watching and observing how he does things to increase your game, then you've wasted that time. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is that type of a player. I think those lessons learned have a chance to transmit themselves very well.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. The tackle there by Antoine Woods.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And that's Elliott, complete.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. On play action, now Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Garoppolo on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4.
X3, 218, chopper. We want it. Come to my world. Out.
Now Garoppolo. Uncorks one for Davis. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
Second and 5 now. Prescott complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Here's Elliott. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, Elliott. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They're the 49ers getting set to trot out there.
And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. In a game of this magnitude, it's always good to get out to a great start, but a game of this magnitude, you go up early, that's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. Psychologically, you now have the advantage as well as on the scoreboard. And also, it's a settling effect for your team. You're in it now. You've got the lead. Let's just go play some more ball.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Check 24, check 24. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're...
Oh, Prescott stripped. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Every time, keep putting that ball on the ground.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Here we go. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 65, 65. Hey, go, man.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually...
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of his first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Aguayo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. It hasn't been his day. It hasn't been their day to this point, but some kudos to this crowd. This is not an easy environment to play in.
And they have to be really excited because they feel like they're having an impact on the game. The visiting quarterback not playing very well, their team not doing well. They're helping their home team out. Now, if you're that quarterback, though, you got to find a way to hurt that crowd. And the only way to do that, make good plays and try and calm them down.
I'm sure he's thinking it starts right here on this drive. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Prescott. Open man is Kroon, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return is Pettis. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners are going offense. 1st and 10. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
Yeah, big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball to the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Right there. 54, right there. 54.
On 2nd down now. It's Hunt, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.